This is Happy Half Hour, a Peoria Life web show brought to you by Enjoy Peoria.
Hello and welcome to Happy Half Hour. On this week's episode, we gear up for the 2018-2019 Bradley Braves men's and women's basketball seasons. Later, we learn about a great way for outdoor sport athletes to train during the winter with the Yard Peoria. We'll also fill your free time with some amazing events coming up this week. So let's sit back, relax, and have a happy half hour. Stay tuned.
These are the lights and sounds of a city on the rise. Its past, though bright, pales to its future. Passion flows through its people, bringing life, energy, and growth. It's a place where competition and community exist side by side. And everyone can find their place. Fun, greatness, opportunity, and expression have a home here. Peoria is for everyone.
If you're a wine connoisseur or a foodie, you have to stop by Olio Vino, located on Prospect in Peoria Heights. Olio Vino offers everything from fine wine, hand-pressed olive oil, balsamic vinegars, gourmet food, chocolates, jewelry, and much more. They also offer cooking demos, where you get to learn how to be a gourmet chef. Sounds appetizing, right? Do you want to find out more about what's going on in the Peoria area? Well, check us out at enjoypeoria.com.
Welcome back to Happy Half Hour. Well, college basketball is knocking on the door. It's one of my favorite times of the year because I'm a huge college basketball fan. Many college hoop fans in the Peoria area are gearing up for the return of Bradley Braves basketball. Joining us to talk more about the Braves is Associate Athletic Director for Communications and Event and Facility Operations, Bobby Parker. Bobby, thank you so much for joining us again.
I appreciate you having me.
So before we go into basketball mode, I know Bradley Athletics has had an awesome fall season. Can you talk about that a little bit and how the fall teams have done?
Yeah, it's been a great fall and has really set the tone for us for the year. Our volleyball team in particular has just been on fire this fall, and we're really excited about what they're doing. They're 18-5 right now, heading down to Southern Indiana this weekend for games at Evansville and Indiana State. But in the hunt for conference tournament for sure, currently third in the league standings, which has just been a huge step for the program. In Carol Torik's third year. So we're really excited about what's going on with volleyball. But, soccer got off to a great start this year. They were undefeated through their first 7 games of the year, which was part of an overall 12-game unbeaten streak. And, a win at home against Princeton, a result against the defending Big Ten champion in Wisconsin with a draw at Shea Stadium. So a lot of great things going on with the soccer program. And we're gearing up this weekend. Our cross-country teams are about to host the Missouri Valley Conference Championship Saturday at Newman Golf Course Saturday morning, and both those teams are picked to win the conference championship. The men would be the 4th straight, the women would be the 4th in 5 years. So it's really been a great fall for our fall sport teams, and our golf teams both were great in the fall. Our women's tennis team had a great fall season as well. So it's just been a lot of positive momentum going into basketball.
A lot of people, you guys don't really let up between I guess the whole year, but especially like August to May, when school starts, right?
Yeah, it's definitely August to May. We like to go into June if we can.
Yeah.
Our track team has competed in the NCAA championships with some individual runners in June, and baseball a few years ago. Played into June with NCAA tournaments. So we like to take it August to June if we can.
Perfect. Let's talk basketball. I know college basketball is right around the corner. There's some schools that are starting exhibitions this week. As early as I know some of them are today. How are the men's and women's teams looking for this season?
Yeah, it's great. It's year 4 with Coach Wardle with the men's team, year 3 with Coach Gorski on the women's side, and they continue to make great strides with the programs. And we're really looking forward to the basketball seasons. I think there's been a lot of great, just a good vibe going on with both the programs, and a lot of positive momentum. And Really excited to tip it off, and you're right, it's coming up fast.
I think, just all around the conference for both men's and women's, there's, a lot of schools have a good vibe. They have a good feeling this year. This may be, for both, probably one of the toughest seasons for the Valley in a while, for both men's and women's basketball. I mean, am I wrong in saying that?
No, I think there's just a lot of balance in the league, a lot of parity. And, of course, this time of year, everybody's undefeated.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody feels great, for sure. But I think, we have the evidence to show, over the last couple of years with each of the programs, the positive strides that are being taken with both. And, we've got a veteran team now on the men's basketball side, which I know everybody's excited to have that in place. But, you've got some great senior leadership and some additional players who've been in the program now for 2 years or more. And so it's, a big step was taken last year with 20 wins. And I think there's, the expectation to take another step this year.
One cool thing, I've noticed this, the talk around town. I mean, there's more people that are talking about Bradley basketball again. And, it's been a few years since that's the case, but people are finally, they're starting to talk about it again. It's like, oh, I need to get to the games. Oh, did you hear? Yeah. Bradley's going to have a pretty good year this year. How is that for you guys as an athletic department to see that talk around town back to what it was?
It's great. I mean, we understand, the importance that Bradley has in the community, the university as a whole, but certainly in the wintertime, the opportunity to come down to Carver Arena, at the Peoria Civic Center and at the kind of the heart of downtown Peoria and experience Bradley basketball is important to the community, and to put a product on the floor that the community can be proud of, I think is very meaningful in so many ways, to not only to Bradley but I think Peoria as a whole, and with the exposure the program gets and national coverage with our ESPN. It's just very meaningful, I think, to the community, and I think people are excited that Bradley basketball is good again.
Good. I know one of the big primary fundraising arms for Bradley Athletics is the Braves Club, and you guys have a huge event coming up this weekend. It's called Bids for the Braves. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. This is the 14th or 15th year now for the Bids for the Braves auction. It's a great event. It is the biggest single fundraising event of the year that the Braves Club puts on, or obviously the booster organization for Bradley Athletics. And, it's just really a great night of you can bid on auction items, but we serve a great meal, have an opportunity to interact with our student athletes and coaches in a relaxed environment. It's at Renaissance Coliseum, a beautiful venue. We open doors at 5 o'clock, and there's all kinds of great items to bid on from a silent auction standpoint. We've got some premier items to bid on in a live auction. I mentioned, we'll have a great deal. It's a great meal. It's a Halloween theme, so we encourage everybody to come dressed up for Halloween. And we have some people that really get into that, and that part of it's a lot of fun. But we've got great games to play throughout the evening, and then even for those who can't make it, mobile bidding is available as well. So, we encourage everybody to take part in the event.
I know there's another cool thing that the Braves Club is doing. It's a new initiative to provide the members a kind of a new game day experience at Carver Arena. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we introduced it or announced it in the spring, but we're about to put it into action. But we're bringing the Braves Club lounge that's always been available to the members into the arena. Since Carver Arena went through its makeover, it's been 10, 12 years ago now, the Braves Club kind of pregame room has been outside of the arena. It's been the Lexus Club at the Peoria Civic Center, and a bit of a hall, for our big donors, for all of our great and loyal donors to enjoy the pregame experience. So what we did is we took the end zone seating out on the floor level, on the home bench end of the court. We've removed all that seating, and we were just at a time of the year where a lot of that seating was dedicated to staff. There were some season ticket holders that we had to relocate, but I think as they went through the process, they ended up, with seats I think that they felt like were at least as good, if not better, than what they previously had. But we've cleared that space, so that entire end zone now is available to members of our Braves Club. At the $300 giving level is our bronze membership level. So at that giving level, you have access to the Braves Club area. That opens an hour before the game, so right when the doors open, that becomes available. A great place to mingle with friends before the game in a relaxed setting. We still have the free popcorn and soda that was available in the Braves Club Lounge will be available to our members in that area. And then it'll stay open for the whole game. So if you want to watch the game from down there, you're welcome to. We'll have high top tables, low tables, but if you want to go to your seat, obviously, watch the game from your seats. But if you want to come down to the court and take in the game from the Braves Club, you can do that as well.
I've noticed, and that's kind of like a trend in college basketball right now, is thinking outside the box. What are new, innovative ways to get people to the games? How is that important for you guys as an athletic program to come up with things like that?
Yeah, I think it's a really competitive market out there, and TVs keep getting better and better. And so you got to come up with ways to generate revenue for your program and keep your fans engaged and make sure you have an environment that they want to come and experience in person. And so we're always looking for ways to kind of improve that environment. I think we've done a good job with the family zone and the bounce house and Kaboom's Corner, that goes on throughout the game and the Great Hall lobby to allow the young kids, keep them entertained throughout the games. But I think we have great pricing options for families. So, I think just about anybody can come and experience a Bradley basketball game, either for the season or just for a single game. But, like I said, it's a competitive market, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to give our fans a great experience.
Well, I'll say, I know a lot of people will say like, oh, sitting in your lazy boy is so convenient, so nice. But I'm like the first person that will say there's nothing that beats the game day experience, like being there in person. So for those people that are looking for tickets for both men's and women's basketball or for all Bradley sports, how can people get tickets?
You can always visit BradleyBraves.com, and for men's basketball, specifically, we've got so many great ticket options.
Let's talk about that.
And we introduced a new one this year that I'm excited about. And I know Nathan Bramwell, our director of tickets, is really excited about as well. And it's the Kaboom Mobile Pass, and it's a new modern day season ticket. And it's available for $89. We'll get you a season ticket. Now, the difference with the mobile pass is your tickets are completely done, through your phone, available on your phone. But for every game, you're in a different seat. And with the mobile pass, the Kaboom Mobile Pass, we guarantee you that at least 5 of the 17 games will be in the lower bowl. So $89 gets you a ticket to every game, but it'll be in a little different location every game. Just kind of a rotation and give you an opportunity to experience Bradley basketball in a little different way every time you go to a game.
And those lower bowl seats are nice. I've seen a couple games in those basketball games in those lower bowl seats. Those are prime seats. So,
Yep.
Well, Bobby, is there anything else want to talk about? Anything that we're missing?
I think we've covered quite a bit,
Yeah, we
but it's been a great fall. I appreciate your having me on and letting me share a little bit of it, and we're looking forward to a great winter.
Bobby, we could talk college basketball for like hours, but I know we only have a small amount of time. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you want to see the Braves schedule, or like Bobby said, look at tickets, go to their website, bradleybraves.com. Stay tuned. More Happy Half Hours next.
Get out your calendars. We're about to fill your free time. Don't miss country music star Easton Corbin live at 5 Points, Washington on Friday, October 26th. Cash bar and concessions will be available throughout the show. The party starts with opener Joe Stan Band at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available for purchase at 5pointswashington.org. Head out to Three Sisters Park in Chillicothe for the final weekend of Spider Hill. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the spookiest attractions begin at 7 p.m. Don't miss Massacre Mansion, the Trail of Terror, the Zombie Invasion, and more. Plus, skip the lines with the Fast Pass. Visit threesisterspark.com for more information and pricing guides. The Village of Peoria Heights presents It's Just a Bunch of Hocus Pocus in the Heights on Saturday, October 27th. Enjoy a costume parade, live music, and of course a viewing of the famous 90s Halloween movie. The party starts at 3 p.m. in Tower Park, so don't miss out on all the witchy fun. Trivia is alive in the Peoria area. Get a group together of your smartest friends, or maybe just the ones with the most useless knowledge in their heads, and check out one of the great trivia nights in the area. Some fun recommendations are MD's Sports Bar or Double A's on Tuesdays, Wednesdays at Poor Brothers Craft Tap Room, and Thursdays at the Fox Pub. Looking for more fun events? Head over to our website, enjoypeoria.com, or visit us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Enjoy Peoria.
Hey, do you like coupons? Do you like discounts? Do you like saving money?
Then check out the 2018-2019 Enjoy Peoria coupon book. It is filled with a ton of coupons from area attractions, restaurants, stores, and more. And the book is free. Mind blown. Stop by our office to pick up your book now or check them out on our website, enjoypeoria.com.
Welcome back to Happy Half Hour. With temperatures starting to cool down, many outdoor sports are winding down for the year. But that doesn't mean that players and teams let up. Training is a year-round process. Luckily for the Peoria area, there's a place where these players and teams can train, the Yard Peoria. Joining us to talk about the Yard is Josh Bellamy and Ashley Flanagan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Why did you guys decide to open the Yard?
I was just looking for a place for my, at the time, 10-year-old son to hit. And obviously Peoria, harsh winters, kid loves baseball, wanted a place to hit. Couldn't find anything on this side of the river or a place to take him. So started looking for warehouses. So initially we were looking for a 6,000 square foot warehouse to put some batting cages in. And then found out that the prices of warehouses weren't linear.
Right.
And stumbled across a 57,000 square foot one. And put an offer in on it and came to terms and then thought, oh boy, now what do we do with it? So wanted to design a place for baseball and soccer to give the community just more of a place to continue to play year round.
Well, that's great. So with that, with being such a large facility, how many fields do you guys have now?
Have a regulation softball infield. We have a regulation baseball infield with 70, 80, and 90-foot bases, all netted in. So it's definitely a training facility. It's not full-size fields. And then we've got a 210-foot by 90-foot soccer field in the back and 5 batting cages.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Now, with this, do you guys, there are membership options, right? I know that you spoke about differing options for that.
Yeah, we found within a couple months of opening, we had a couple, for example, high school kids that would come in a couple times a week. Well, that can very quickly add up.
Yes.
And we didn't want the parents to put a stop and limit that. So we developed memberships. So we have, they're best used for the batting cages because it's unlimited use. And we've got 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month options. And sometimes we've offered a summertime option as well. Over holiday breaks, we also have college player discounts so they can come in while they're home visiting their families and still get their practice in.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So you said, this started with high school kids wanting to train. Travel, softball, and baseball is so huge in this area. Do you guys have options for individual and teams memberships?
For now, we just have individual memberships,
Okay.
but there is discounted pricing for teams who book more than 6 times. So they work directly with me. We can get them on the schedule at their preferred times, and it makes a lot of sense because they can keep their players coming in for field practice as well as cages.
Right, yeah, absolutely. You guys also have strength and conditioning programs. Can you talk a little bit about that?
It was something that we originally didn't anticipate, but the coaches and the kids that were coming to the Yard continuously asked us for a place to train on the north side of town. So we did go out and acquire new weight room equipment, and we hired a trainer full-time, and we do offer strength and conditioning classes from how?
Well, so it's really middle school and up for now, but we're continuing to roll them out.
Right.
Since we're just starting them, that seemed like the best age groups that were looking for that, and we knew we could fill that need, especially on the north end where we're located.
Right, yeah, and it seems like, that middle school age seems to be right when, travel, sports, and that sort of thing really start to ramp up into something serious. So that's amazing that you guys offer that.
Yeah, and we built the facility. It's a cool place to be for both parents and the players. We've got a great lobby, very cool conference room, the weight room area, and what's nice is they can come there and get it all done. instead of going to multiple places,
Right.
you could meet with your hitting instructor, then you could do a strength and conditioning. We've also been rolling out some different partnerships with adult exercise classes.
Okay.
We have a boot camp that's been going on. Second session's just finishing up. We're both participants in that.
Yeah.
And the new session will be starting. So we're really trying to keep listening to what the community wants and adapt to that to see what we can fill.
That's wonderful, and that's a surefire way to maintain your business in the area. So you guys have built this area that's going to be cool for, it's a cool place to hang out. Do you guys do anything like birthday parties, that sort of thing?
We do. It's interesting. When we planned on opening, within 24 hours, I think I had 14 emails about birthday parties.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, I guess we're doing birthday parties now.
Yeah, there's a market there for it.
They've become very popular, again, because you can do soccer, baseball, softball, batting cages. You can do kickball, wiffle ball. We have an upper mezzanine area, so you can bring in outside food. You can do your cake and gifts.
Basically somewhere the kids can go over there,
Absolutely.
run around,
Yes.
go nuts. We'll be over here.
Yeah, try to make it very easy. So they seem to be very popular. Most people who have one come back the next year.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. Now with that, you guys are, building this business and building a brand. Do you sell merchandise?
We do. And again, it was something that those who came to the yard were asking for. And I take a lot of my experiences and frustration with how things get done and try and solve for them. Because I was buying bats online, and then the bat wasn't exactly the way I thought, and I had just spent a couple $100 on a bat. So we thought that it would be a good idea to establish a relationship with multiple brands. So Easton, Rawlings, and Marucci, we have access to anything they sell, and we have demo bats that kids can come in, actually try the bat, make sure it's the right bat for them, and then hopefully buy one. And if not, at least they buy it somewhere else. They're at least swinging the right bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they'll have more of a positive experience. So it's something that our members and those who have come into the yard have raved about. We're in the relative infancy. We started selling merchandise a little late last year, so after the Christmas season. So this year we're hoping to get even better results.
Yeah, and I swear, like some places are already starting to roll out that retail, that evil word that people like to, like to avoid.
Yes.
It's already, I think yesterday was like 100 days, or Sunday was 100 days.
Keep
till
posting
Christmas.
those.
Yeah, so write that down, 100 days.
Yeah, it's interesting because there are several teams who have said, hey, if I buy all of my baseballs from you, or leagues have asked, if I buy all of my baseballs from you, let me see how much it'll cost me compared to what I can buy it online, and we've always been cheaper.
Right.
And so one of the things that we want to offer is not only the service, but we want to be able to compete on price, and thus far we found that we're absolutely able to do it.
Yeah, and members get a discount.
That's
always.
great. Yeah,
So
absolutely. So
that's-
there's that benefit.
Yeah, and we've got a coach in particular I'm thinking of, and he runs a rec program, and they've bought all of the baseballs. Because that adds up very quickly.
Absolutely.
So because he's a member, then he gets even more of a discount with our competitive prices we already set.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys are doing some really great work out there. Continuing to build and continuing to listen is a really, really great offer for the community.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for joining us. If you want to learn more about the Yard, you can head over to their website, theyardpeoria.com. Stay tuned, more Happy Half Hour ahead.
Hi, I'm Nick Welch at Tannins and Hops, modern day speakeasy down on State and Water, and this is the Wambacher Sour. The original drink was invented around Prohibition. It was created by the same bartender that created this Manhattan. He lived in Chicago. A bartender in New York ripped off his recipe, renamed it the New York Sour. So we decided to rename it the Wambacher Sour in honor of Marty Wambacher, meanwhile back in Peoria. It's been our most popular drink. A lot of it's the presentation, just the fact that one, it's a whiskey cocktail, and two, you get that nice float of red wine. If you get things just in the right proportion, it's gonna taste good. Cheers.
Wildlife Prairie Park has been a popular attraction for generations of families. But did you know it's even open in the winter? Enjoy walking the trails and checking out the amazing Midwest wildlife. And here's a little insider information. Most of the animals prefer the cold weather and may be a little bit more playful on a winter day. Do you want to find out more about what's going on in the Peoria area? Well, check us out at enjoypeoria.com.
So we got a lot of really fun events coming up this weekend, as you heard on Fill Your Free Time. Easton Corbin playing at 5 Points, Washington. Huge country music star, so that'll be a really fun event. 5 Points always does a good job with some of those concerts, making it a good, hang out before, hang out afterwards. Awesome concert. So, I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. Wildlife Scary Park. We are giving away tickets actually on our Enjoy Peoria Facebook page. If you go to our Enjoy Peoria Facebook page, it's a 4-pack of tickets that's good for any day this weekend. It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of cool stuff there. We have a trivia question you have to answer. I won't ask the trivia question. You'll have to go to our Facebook page to check it out, but fun opportunity to win some tickets. Hocus Pocus. I don't know if anyone knows, but this is the 25th anniversary of Hocus Pocus. I think I got that right. I know I was watching something with my fiance earlier this past weekend about it, but Peoria Heights will be showing Hocus Pocus. They have a really cool event, a lot of Hocus Pocus themed stuff, dress up in the costumes of the witches or any of the other characters, and get to see the show at Tower Park. So a cool event for those who are a fan of the movie, or just a fan of Halloween in general. Speaking of Halloween, I know it's coming up next week. Yes, next week. I don't remember my dates, but next week. And there's a lot of cool attractions that you could still check out this weekend. Spider Hill at Three Sisters Park in Chillicothe. Spook Hollow in Market Heights. Peek and Hunt at the Peek and Paintball Club, where you get into this battle wagon. It's rigged with paintball guns, and you shoot these zombies in the paintball park as you go around. It's kind of like a real life Walking Dead. And they got some cool events at the state hospital in Bartonville at the Bartonville Asylum. They're doing some cool haunted events there. And then also, there's always the not so scary ones, like I said, Wildlife Scary Park. So that's it for this week's episode of Happy Half Hour. And remember, if you're ever looking for something to do, whether it's a cool new restaurant or new store, or if you want a cool event this weekend to check out, you can always head to our website, enjoypeoria.com. It has all that, including a calendar of events. Or you can just visit us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Enjoy Peoria. Thank you so much and have a great week.
PeoriaLife.com.